what it was. Y'all know who it is. And y'all tuned in with priceless knowledge of self. And this right here, this ain't nothing but some cosmic insight, man. And say, I hope everybody feeling well. I hope everybody vibing. But I also hope you prepared because shit finna get real today. We trying to touch greatness. So I hope you had your Wheaties. That's because this right here, this a little something about those people that have Mars in the 10th house of their natal chart. Yeah. And see, before we actually go there, if you don't know my style, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mars. I'm going to give you a little information on the energy that comes along with it and how it might affect you. Then after that, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of what the 10th house of the astrological chart is actually all about. And then after that, we're going to bring it to a culmination, which fortunately for you, that's what I do best, baby. So without wasting any more time, let's get it cracking. So Mars is the fourth planet from the sun. It rules the first house of the astrological chart in the sign of Aries. And to a lesser degree, it rules the 8th house in the sign of Scorpio. And Mars most definitely comes into our chart and commands us to action. That's because it rules over energy, passion, drive, and our inherent sense of determination too, man. And it really commands us to stand up, be noticed, and get some shit done, because sitting on the sidelines, that belongs somewhere else in the heavens, man. You know, Mars also rules the military, but more simply put, Mars speaks to the power and confident expression of each one of us individually. Okay. And, you know, ambition, competition, assertion, these all come under Mars umbrella. And hey, it can also represent our stamina. And whether it be at work or at play, Mars really encourages us to be at our best when we're facing challenges. You know, Mars is confrontational. Oh, best believe, man, it's aggressive. And in the birth chart, Mars really represents our sense of aggression and our way of addressing aggression that's brought to us. And it can also be a big indicator of sex drive, especially in men. And it can also let us know how people like to get down. This is your preferred method of action. This is how you move. Okay. This is how you get down. So that lets you know, man, and wherever Mars shows up in the chart, it's going to speak to how we assert ourselves physically and how we channel our aggression in this life right here. Okay. Now, when we talk about the 10th house, you know, this is one of the angular houses of the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th. And this one right here is often called the house of social status. And that's because it's the highest and most visible point in the chart, man. And, you know, with it being that, everybody can see what happens in the 10th. You can't hide what's in the 10th, man. It's also about our career, our social grouping, and our energy in society as a whole, man. And with the 10th, think status. The authority that status could convey, and, you know, consequently the role that we take in our community right here, man. And it kind of speaks to any promotions that we may receive, any fame that we may acquire, or any businesses that we might partake in. Now, also understand that the 6th is your job, your day-to-day job. The 10th, this is your career. And sometimes they're connected or the same thing, but a lot of times they're not. One might lead to the other, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Some people don't never get to realize the potential of their 10th house. Okay. That's just something to understand. Okay. And, you know, with the respect to achievement, the 10th really focuses on how we see ourselves, how the community perceives us. And, you know, with this, we kind of really focus on manifesting ourselves in this house. Okay. Vocation is important because of that, man. And the thing with this, you know, is, what role will we choose? What will we best fit? You know, how much do we really want to achieve? Career, professional goals, ambition, motivation, they all come into play in the 10th house, man. I put a lot of emphasis on the 10th house because my chart ruler is in my 10th house. I got Venus and Mercury in the 10th house in Leo. And look, you know, it all makes sense. It all makes sense, man. And let me also say that, the government, employers, people that might have some authority over you, this is all 10th house stuff too, man. The 10th house can also be about ego gratification. Really, it has a lot to do with ego gratification and the question of how will we manage the gifts and the status that come along with the gifts that were given to us, man. And with the 10th, just remember that not all of us are cut out for success on the grand scale, and success means different things to different people. Okay. Never forget that. Some people don't want to be famous. Some people want to be rich. Some people want to be both. Some people just want to be left alone and be allowed to be in peace. Some people want to use their platform to liberate and revolutionize. So there's a lot of things that go on with the 10th. You just got to see what's going on. But in this case, We talking about putting Mars in the 10th house. So what about these people that have Mars in the 10th house? Well, I'm going to tell you straight up that as a Mars in Capricorn myself, I recognize this energy right here very well. I mean, very well. This is boss energy. Okay. And, and in being so, this right here is actually a pretty common placement in some really highly successful people, to be honest. And, what this tells me most of all when I see it in the chart is that I'm dealing with somebody that's extremely ambitious with high energy levels, man. This is relentlessness personified. Oh, yeah. These are those people right here in life that stop at nothing from getting the things that they want. No cap. And when I say no cap, I'm no pun intended. These right here are usually the most motivated people in the room. And the only reason they wouldn't be, if that's the case, is because everybody's doing some shit that they don't see is going to come out to anything. They don't want to be involved with shit that ain't going to amount to something. Okay. They're about something. They ain't with that type of shit at all. Okay. No, these people right here, with this being in the 10th house with Mars, it's going to be their career. It's going to be something that makes people want to respect them, that drives them. Okay. This is actually considered a very auspicious placement right here. Cause just like with Mars in Capricorn, this right here puts Mars in its accidental exaltation. So that means it operates really well here and it becomes, exponentially stronger too. So all those qualities are going to be magnified. Okay. And, which that there, right there, that's probably a good reason, why this is typically seen as such a big success indicator in people's chart. Because, remember, Mars shows where we spend the most amount of energy in this life. So in this case, it's going to be that career and the public image that really drive us. Okay. And with that, man, they're more about achievements than they are about money. Okay. This is more about status than money. But a lot of times money gives status. This is more about power, authority. Okay. Like I said, this is somebody that wants respect to be put on that shit, man. Okay, man. And the thing with this is, like I just said, one's going to feed the other and the other one's going to bring the other one around, man. And so that kind of kills any conflict of interest that there might be there. Okay. And, these people right here don't get it twisted. Like I said earlier, they command respect. These are people that command respect. So, these people right here, they can make some kick-ass executives because Mars is also the planet of action, while the 10th is of public image. So this says that these people right here, they're seen in the public as active and dynamic people, who kind of actively pursue the top spot. Yeah. This right here is also competitiveness personified. What, you want an example? Michael Jeffrey Jordan, not Michael B. Jordan. I'm talking about the GOAT. Yeah. MJ, his airness. He has Mars in the 10th house, man. And that says multitudes right there, man. This motherfucker here, it speaks of supreme confidence, rare spit, man. And it really shows somebody who really believes in their own legend. And a lot of times they should. They should, because they know what it takes to get where they're trying to go, man. And once they get there, hey, man, they'll be damned if anybody comes to take their spot. Oh, no. They take it as a direct insult for you to even challenge them. You understand that? And, when you do, they are going to destroy you. They're going to do their best to anyway. But yeah, 11 times out of 13, they going to destroy you, man. And also understand that when dealing with astrology, man, the very same things that'll make you smile, they'll make your ass cry. They will make your ass cry. Because although this right here, it brings some amazing qualities. I mean, some absolutely amazing qualities. Mars still brings conflict and danger wherever it shows up, man. And so in this case right here, it's these motherfuckers, competitive drive that can get them into a lot of shit. It can get into a lot of shit, man. Hey, man, because they're so motherfucking passionate about being the best that they want to hear people say it. they want to make your ass say it. You understand? That's for real, man. I mean, again, look at Michael Jordan. Look at Michael Jordan, y'all. These motherfuckers are going to push your buttons and challenge you to try to get the best out of you. And, that doesn't always go over so well with everybody. Everybody can't take that shit. Everybody can't take that perennial button pressing that I do and that a lot of people do. And they don't understand that I'm just trying to get the best out of you. I was just talking to somebody about this other day, that the same things that have made me real tough have destroyed my little sister, which trips me out. And a lot of it has to do with me, because I spent so much time when we were little pressing her buttons, trying to make her tough, that I think I actually damaged her and was kind of abusive in the way that I did. But, if it had been anybody else, they might have been like, nah, man, my brother brought the best out of me. But with my sister, that wasn't the best route to take for her. And it's sad that it takes me finding out decades later that that's the thing that I did wrong in that relationship. And I love my little sister, but I also know that I have a lot to do with why she has the issue that she has right now. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. But let me also say that, man, these people right here, they don't take orders well. Just like I was saying with Sun the 10th, man, they don't take orders well. This is an auspicious placement, but they not in the way of just listening to what a motherfucker say if it don't make sense, man. They want to be the one calling the shots. They want to be the one calling the shots. So that right there, that's liable to cause all kinds of conflicts and issues until, they fight themselves into a position where they the best and where they are the ones calling the shot, or they're in a position where their competitive drive, the energy that they bring, the action that they bring is so irreplaceable that their opinion has to be valued. Yeah, that's the type of shit, man. That's the type of shit you got to understand. And let me also say that, man, these folks right here, they ain't the best team players, to be honest, man. They usually don't make the best team players, but they do make amazing bosses. They make amazing entrepreneurs, executives, boxers, sportsmen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to take over the game in the clutch. Somebody that's going to come through in the clutch. That's what they do best. That's what they do best. And, besides the employer and the career and all that stuff we talk about, the 10th also speaks to one of the parents. Understand that. And, this is usually the most dominant one. In a lot of cases, that means the father with Mars here. Okay. And, with me, Mars is in my 4th, and that means my daddy is, my 4th represents my father. Okay. And what this says is that whichever one of these parents it was, whether it was a father or the mother, they were quite dominant. Yeah. And, maybe even aggressive or forceful. Okay. Or it could just mean that one of the parents had prominent Aries or Scorpio placements. Or, there was a lot of fights and conflicts going on between them and, the other parent. Okay. Or all of it. All of it. There's a whole bunch of ways to look at that, man. And it doesn't have to be negative either. Understand that. It doesn't have to be negative at all, because this could also just mean that one of these parents, in this situation really taught this person how to fight. And, that things that they push the buttons to bring out the best in them, man, or something like that. They taught them to go after what they want aggressively and relentlessly. And a lot of it has to do with it, man. We just have to take the sign and the aspects into consideration to really know, to be honest with y'all. And look, man, let me tell you straight up that if Mars is conjunct or within an 8-degree orb of the actual midheaven point, all this shit right here is only going to be greatly intensified, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all the more powerful and, out in the open where nobody's going to be able to hide from it. Okay. And, it's going to seriously imply that the public sees you as a dynamic leader who makes decisions quickly with or without fear. Okay. Like, you going to do what you got to do, and you're going to make it to where you got to go, and you're going to make it do it. You're going to make it do what it do is what I was trying to say, man. And, you probably run smooth the fuck over anything that stands in your way. And even if it ain't like that, a lot of people with this position that you're dealing with in life need to understand that they're stepping stones. They're stepping stones. Y'all cool, but you were headed to a different place. And if y'all head to the same place, that's cool. But if not, you was probably a stepping stone. Just remember that. But hey, even if it don't play out like that, just because you built like that, you don't have to build like that. And what I mean by that is we all have all this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And there's been some priceless knowledge of self. Hey, I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all should be hitting the like button right now, man. I know I went hard on this one. I know I went hard on this one. So this should be the time that you hitting the like button right now. Fool with me one time, man. Help me get out on this algorithm to help other people. I need interaction. Comment. Show me some love. Okay. Y'all see the link in the description to donate. Y'all see the link in the description if you're interested in the astrological readings. But I'll say it like I always do. If you're interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or you can email me at Mr.Turner1300@gmail.com. Okay. Y'all keep it trail till next time. We'll holler.